Welcome. Welcome to the fourth strategy of Panchatantra, Labdhapranasha. Labdhasya Pranasham. Pranasham, the last destruction, perishment of the Labdha, the one which is gained. Long before the arrival of psychological therapists, motivational gurus, lifestyle coaches, finishing schools, communication skills, and counselors, etc., etc., Indian tradition has summarized, rather preserved, the words of wisdom in its literary forms, Puranas, Upanishads, Vedas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, epics, which are our heritage, our wealth. The Panchatantra is also one such literary work that packages words of wisdom and coaches human conduct through elegant stories, amplified through its simplicity. They deal with real life situations which demand solution. They discuss the problems that arise in our day-to-day life. The rich, poor, saints, householders, villains, heroes, fools, learned, rogues, clever ones, decent, cunning and mischievous men, chaste and unchaste women, and so on. The people of all walks of life. These are the characters of the stories. Of course, they are being given the names of animals, taken as animals, but they are all represents of these kind of characters which we find in and around our society. And these stories are mainly taught to the ruling class, the princes, by Vishnu Sharma. Why? Because he wanted them to prepare to handle the need of the hour, put the subjects into the righteous path. This being the ultimate motive of Panchatantra, it expresses more of the dark side of the life, critical situations, delicate handlings, hypocrisy, conspiracies in the royal families and outside everywhere, a faithless woman, etc. The voices, these are all stated in Panchatantra with sarcastic irony added with humor. In this ever dynamic and competitive world, these lessons definitely have become more relevant than before. Each story gives us a practical guide to face the world as it is. The methods, the strategies can be applied in any given situation. But the proper application of these strategies definitely fulfills our expectations and refines our thought. Hitopadesha of Narayana Pandita, which is almost a replica of Panchatantra, retold a story of Panchatantra. He says, Yan nave bhajane lagnaha samskaraha na anyatha bhavitum na anyatha bhavet kathachalena balanam nitihi tadiha kathyate. Like an impression made on a new earthen, like ceramic pot, cannot undergo any change afterwards. In the same way, in this work, which is a science of wise conduct, the niti is taught to the young under the guise of stories, which make the young think properly, and the strong impressions thus formed on a child's mind will not change its futuristic thoughts too. Of course, change is inevitable. Change do occur, but the core values like friendship, animosity, power, losing, poverty, riches, all these things, these are all the same at any place and any time. Desha, Kala, Mana, in any place, in any time, at any time, and any measure, any quantity. These core qualities, core values, they never uh, change. Change cannot happen on these things. Like the Sukha Dukkhas, Jaya Pajaya, Sukha Dukkha, happiness and sadness, pain and pleasure, Jaya Pajaya, winning and losing, Mana Avamana, honor and dishonor. These things, this, the human nature, the feelings, the abstract feelings, they can't, they can't be changed. Change cannot happen on these things. Like love and laughter, anger and heroism, wonder and amuse, sorrow and peace, fear, terror and disgust, jealous and greed. All these things are taught to young children, especially the ruling family, ruling uh, people, ruling community, so that they can take proper measures in their future. And now also, these are all time tested things. One cannot say that they are outdated. They can never be outdated because the feelings are the same even today. But what is happening now, why it is very necessary in the present day is because in the schools, in the colleges, outside, everywhere, we are reading and learning a lot and acquiring scientific knowledge and technical knowledge, all these things. But technically, we are growing. Scientifically, we are finding new innovations, but we are not trying to understand the human beings. We understand the mission, and we explain the others to understand the machine and familiarize them with the knowledge of the new technology. But the man's, the neighbor's personality, the friend's personality, friend's nature, and all, we have no time to think about all these things. The understanding, the nature, the speech, their behavior, good and bad, on the whole, the total human being with all their feelings and emotions. After all, we are social beings. We rely on many to meet our day to day, regular, routine social needs in all matters. Different people are making different things, providing different things to make us live comfortably. Like one is harvesting, another is building the house, another one is weaving the cloth. These are the three things which are very necessary for a human being. Kudu, Gudda, Kudu, uh, Kudu, Gudda, Nivasam. These three things, shelter, the food, shelter, and clothing. These are the basic things. These are being given to us by somebody. Somebody is making and providing us with all these things and many more for the luxurious, comfortable living. And we are spending money and getting them to our home. In this process, we get associated with so many people. The relationships get formed. However, how long should we continue this relationship? How much should we nurture these relations and associations? How long should we keep ourselves strong, have the strong bondage in these relations or in these associations? Who is really praising us for what we are? Who is appreciating us in good faith? This is essential for the future building of our livelihood. The niti, the wise conduct, which is implanted in our minds in our early life, allows us to stay calm even in adverse situations and think about the proper solution. Now, coming to the fourth strategy of Panchatantra, Labdhapranasha, losing something you have already gained. Like we prepare for the examinations thoroughly, prepare all the notes, read all the books, and get all the information, everything. Keep our paper, pen, pencil, everything ready to go to the examination. And last minute, some kind of a distraction happens. We can't really give the best of us. And we fail in the examination. And here, likewise, what we have in our hand, without the presence of mind, without keeping cool, we will end up in loss. Like the proverb also says, a bird in hand is better than two in the bush. When you leave the bird here and try to beat the bird in the bush, this bird also will fly away, and it is not known whether we really can hit the birds in the bush or not. These kind of stories are being put together here in Labdhapranasha. The main theme of the Labdhapranasha is about loyalty, friendship, and trust. These are all explored in the main story, main frame story of the fourth strategy, Labdhapranasha. The opening shloka goes like this. Samutpanneshu karyeshu buddhiryasya nahiyate sa eva durgam tarate jalastho vanaro yatha. That is, he alone, whose intellect, that is the presence of mind, does not fail him. When the occasions, the things, works to be accomplished arise under dire circumstances, he only can overcome or extricates himself from any difficulty, as did the monkey when in the midst of the water. And he only overcome all the problems when he doesn't lose his cool, even in the face of adversity, like the monkey in the water. Now the story goes like this. Raktamukha, a monkey living on the jambu tree, a blackberry tree near the banks of the river. And he was enjoying the fruits of the tree every day. One day, a crocodile named Karalamukha, he comes out of the water and strolling on the sand, he comes near the tree. And the monkey, the Raktamukha, being very loving, caring person, very soft, gentle person. He calls him to be his guest. Oh, crocodile, you are my guest today. I will feed you with these delicious fruits. Enjoy them. And the learned said also, the man will be blessed who can host a lover or enemy or a fool. And also the deities and forefathers, they all leave him, Pitrudevadas, they all leave him with turning away their faces. Who doesn't host a guest? Apujitaha atitihi. Gachanti vimukaha tasya pitrubhi sah devataha. Saying this ageless message, monkey invites him and gives him lot of fruits, and Karalamukha enjoys all the fruits and goes home. Thereafter, it becomes a habit for them. Every day, Karalamukha comes to Raktamukha. Both Raktamukha offers fruits and they spend time together and discuss a lot of things, what are all there under the sun. And in the evening, he used to go home. And in such a one day, he takes some fruits to his wife also. And the wife enjoyed the fruits, never tasted such kind of fruit. And immediately he pressured his husband, her husband, where did you get these kind of mouth-watering fruits? And the beloved, she thought that he must have got from the somewhere near the banks of the river or somewhere. The beloved husband openly, he said, without hiding anything, he said, I have a close friend, monkey, named Rakta Mukha, who gives me all these fruits every day. And the greedy wife, she was so joyful in the eating, and he wanted to consume them more, not only the fruits, but she feels, oh, if the fruits are so sweet, then the heart of Raktamukha must be much more delicious. Then she turns to her husband, says, if you really love me, then get the heart of your friend to me. By eating his heart, I will be always young and immortal. Now the poor husband, what to do? He tried his level best to persuade her. Oh, my dear, it is improper for you to speak like this. I have accepted him as my brother, and it is not possible for me to kill such a host. Please be reasonable. People say that the brother from the mother's womb, we get one brother, and by our good things, good words, we'll have another brother. And this second brother, who happened to become brother with his good sayings, good words, and enjoying the conversations and all, he is more precious than the real brother. Now the wife was angry, cunning, and jealous, and she just used her weapon. You never had defied my words. You never said no to me in our lifetime, in our marital life. But now you said no. What is this? Then that monkey must be a female monkey. That is why you are spending so much of time with her every day and coming late home, because she is a woman. Oh, you are having some kind of thoughts with her. Now I have understood you thoroughly. Your heart is full of love for that monkey only. You are a big cheat. You are cheating me and spending time with your beloved Han. Karalamukha still trying to pacify his wife. He said, "My dear, why are you so angry? I'm your most obedient servant and ready to carry out your order at any time." Did the wife listen to this? No, no. She is only dear to you. If you really love me, if you really think of doing me the favor, then you kill him, kill her, and get his heart to me. If you don't get the heart by evening, I will fast until death. Threatened by the wife like this. Now the husband became panic, worried. Since he could not find any way to convince her, slowly went to the monkey, Raktamuka, the friend only. Because friend indeed, friend is friend indeed. Always friends are there, our protectors. Whenever we have any kind of an calamity or any kind of a uh, crisis, generally we approach our friends only. The first people whom we approach are our friends. So slowly he went to his friend. Seeing that crocodile, Karalamukha, who had come very late for their daily meeting, Raktamukha, looking at his face, became very perplexed and looking at the dull face of Karalamukha, he asked, "Oh, you are so late and you seem to be very unhappy, not cheerful at all. What's the matter?" Hiding the purpose with all the sweet tone, Karalamukha said, "Oh, my friend, how can I tell you what happened at home? My wife was really angry. She told me," he totally changed his purpose. "She told me that I'm ungrateful friend, that every day I eat delicious fruits that been offered by you, but I never had any courtesy to invite you to my home. And she told me, and actually she warned me that if I don't bring you home, I would see her only in other world. The, because of these kind of arguments, I have delayed. I came late. Please come with me. My wife has decorated the house to receive you. She has hung all the welcoming toranas at the entrance to invite you, a very, very honored, reverend guest like you." The happy monkey, because this monkey is a subuddhi. He is a straightforward person, honest person, sincere person, loving, affectionate person. He became very happy and said, "Oh, what your wife said is very proper thing. You should leave a man who loves only your wealth, like the spider attracts its prey." She has rightly quoted what the elders say. Dadati pratigruhnati guhyam akhyati pruchati bhungte bhojayate chaiva shadvidam mitralakshanam. She's really a great woman who quoted the qualities of the recognized qualities of a friend, the six qualities, main qualities of a friend. Dadati pratigruhnati. Dadati he gives and pratigruhnati he receives. Guhyam akhyate pruchati. Akhyati asks. The guhyam, the akhyati tells. He tells the guhyam, the secrets Pruchati asks. He asks Guhyam the secrets and reveals his inner mind. Bhunkte bhojayate. Bhunkte, he eats, and bhojayate, he makes a friend also eat. These are the six qualities which are being recognized in as the best qualities in a friend. True. But however, there is a problem. One is we are land animals and you live in the water. It may not be possible for me to accept your kind invitation. I advise you, please, you bring her, let us have chat here. I will give her some fruits and all. Said the monkey. Then immediately Karalamukha said, oh, don't worry. It's not a problem at all. Our house is on the sandbank. Samudrantare Pulinatale. The sandbank, sand pits in the water. In Telugu, we call it as Lankas. It's a small place in the midst of the water. It's a beautiful place. And I have a big villa there. Oh, we can sit there. You can sit on my back. I will carry to you. You carry you to my house, and we can have good time there. Monkey happily jumped on the back of the crocodile, and the journey began. As usual, they were chit chatting and then slowly going. But when they are going near the mid of the water, monkey got a little bit scared and told the crocodile to go slowly. Now, the crocodile is very confident that monkey is in his captive. Now he cannot go anywhere. Then he revealed his inner idea, his intention. Because after all, a friend, Guhyam Akhyati Pruchati. Pruchati Akhyati, he tells his own intention and then asks also. So he started telling, oh, no, it is very much safe for me to tell you my plan, my intention. My wife wanted to create trust in you first and then persuade you to accept our invitation and then kill you so that we can have your heart and we'll have good future of feasting your heart. The great presence of the mind, this monkey, which is trembling with the fear because there is full of water. It cannot jump and go anywhere. But he didn't lose his cool. He had complete power on his mind, on his thoughts. Pratyutpanna matihi, his mind acts very fast. And he said, oh, my friend, is this the thing that you wanted? I thought something else. But this is such a silly thing, small thing you and your wife wanted. Why didn't you tell me this before? My heart is safely stored on the tree. What is the use of taking me to your home without my heart? If you wanted the heart, let us go back. There is nothing happier for me than giving my heart to your wife. This poor, dullard, innocent crocodile believed the words of a monkey and turned back and brought the monkey back to the shore. That monkey at once jumped onto the top of the jambu tree and thought, we should never trust an untrustworthy person. Even if we did, it should not be total. Such trust will destroy us completely. Na vishvaset, avishvaste, vishvaste, na ativishvaset, vishvasat bhayamutpannam, moolanyapi nikrutanti, moolanyapi nikrutanti. If we trust any person who is not to be trusted, and that person will destroy us from the moolani, from our roots. Now this is a rebirth for me. But crocodile could not understand all these things, and he's thinking that why this fellow is delaying without coming. And he asked, "Oh monkey, please, what's the delay? Come with your heart. My wife will be very happy by receiving your heart." Then now the monkey angrily he said, "You idiot, Vishwasaghataka, have you ever seen anyone having two hearts? You're so ungrateful. You're so stupid. Get out of my sight. Never come this way again." What a sinful deed is not done by a hungry man. A man reduced all his wealth will definitely become very cruel like Priyadarshana. They will stoop down to any level like Priyadarshana. Bubukshitaha kim na karoti papam kshinajita nishkaruna bhavanti akyahi bhadre Priyadarsanasya na gangadattaha punareti kupam. And he said, like Priyadarshana is the name of a snake. Like Priyadarshana, people become cruel and not trustworthy persons, and they can stoop down to any level when they are hungry. Now you and your wife are hungry for my heart. I will never ever enter into your house, have come into the conversations with you. Saying so, he jumps up to he sits on the tree itself. And now the turn of a crocodile. Katametat. How is that? Who is that Priyadarshana? What happened to him? How he behaved doing a sinful deed? And the crocodile and persisted by the crocodile to about the story of Priyadarshana. Raktamukha started telling the following story. Thus, continuously, it's like a loop of stories. 10 to 12 stories are being narrated here in Labhapranaasha. The fourth strategy. This is the main story. Meanwhile, when Karalmukha was trying to convince Raktamukha, he gets a message that his wife died because of the fasting. She abandoned her life due to frustration. After some time, he gets another message that his home is also occupied by someone crying for this loss. He got the monkey on his back, taking the home because of his stupidity. He brought him back and he lost everything. He lost his wife, he lost his family, he lost his friend, everything. And crying for all this kind of a loss. Karalmukha again seeks advice from Raktamukha only, because the friend only can help in any kind of a crisis situation, critical conditions. Then he approaches again Raktamukha only and asks him to give some kind of an advice to get back his property at least, because the wife is already dead. And thus, Raktamukha gives an advice that to go back and fight with your enemy and get your property back. And the story closes with a shloka praising the dignity of labor, dignity of working hard. He has to fight against enemy to get back his prosperity. What is a property? What is the use of wealth acquired through enjoyable, though enjoyable, without the manly effort. Because you can enjoy the benefits, you can enjoy everything by putting your own efforts. Then only the wealth acquired becomes a desirable, enjoyable one. So now coming to what this story taught us. There are three characters in the story: monkey, Ratnamukha, crocodile, Karalamukha, and crocodile's wife. Three characters. And monkey, he represents Subudhi, positive mind. He's full of love, generosity, faithfulness, and blind trust. And with all these things, he also exhibits presence of mind and a quick wit. Through this character, we can learn to remain confident, and whatever we speak, we deliver. The opponent, the other person, should not understand our feelings, our fear, our nervousness. These to be covered with the speech. They should not allow anybody to know what planning we are taking against this competitor, against this enemy. Enemy in the sense a competitor. It is almost, you should be always have a positive mind. Though you have a positive mind, it doesn't mean that you have to have a blind trust. Navishwaset. And character of the crocodile, Karalamukha, he looks very confused, very complicated. He's very weak and gullible. He cannot stand on his own idea, in his own opinion. He believes, he trusts his wife very easily, gets influenced by her, and when she threatens him, he loses all his composure. He is in between the positive and negative mind. He is positive, he doesn't want to kill his friend, and at the same time, he cannot say no to his wife. Though he knows that it is a negative thing, it's a negative approach, negative mind, negative feeling, but still he gets over influenced by his wife. He's not wise enough to pacify, convince, control his wife. And he's not street smart. Even when he brought the monkey back to his house, he could not keep his mouth shut till they reached. He revealed his mind, his intention in between itself. He's a confusing, complicated character. Whereas the crocodile's wife, she is this symbolic greed, cunning, and sly nature. And he is very close to the person who can manage things. He can manage, crocodile can manage monkey to bring home. She is close to this man. So she tried to over influence this man, this crocodile, to fulfill her desire. And she had no sense of gratitude, and she's very ruthless in her behavior and thoughts. She can even blackmail her husband, saying that I will die if you don't bring him. Thus, she represents the negative and evil side of the human nature, like Subhuti and Vakrabuddhi, and these are the crocodile is the myth. Likewise, these are the things which we should carry home after reading the story. And And some important touch-ups of this story. Make friendship, select the team with the right people, and that prevent all the conflicts. And cricket is cricket game, which is a very popular game in India and everywhere also. 11 people have to be in one team, and the captain has to select people in the team, those who not get influenced by others. Such kind of people have to be selected in the team, in the office also, in the friend circle also. We should select such kind of friends in our circle who are not influenced by others, who can judge on their own intellect. And that's how you have to choose the friends and enemies wisely, and not unequals, like a monkey and crocodile. The same example we can take in the cricket team. A person who is a best basketball player cannot be taken in the cricket team. The person who is best of a football player cannot be taken in the team of cricket, taken in the cricket team. We have to choose wisely like that. No unequals. The monkey, which is a small in structure, crocodile is a big in structure. Monkey lives on the ground, crocodile lives in the water. In what way they do match? One should never do friendship with unequal persons. And the main focus on the story is act promptly. Act promptly, act with the presence of mind. When the team is losing, how we have to win the match. Like I was watching cricket match when I was young. That time, Ravi Shastri, Kapil Dev, these are the players. And there were 10 runs to win, and only 1 over is there. That is only 6 balls. But the runs they have to do 10. How? But they didn't lose their cool, their presence, and had no stress in the. Ravi Shastri made 2 sixes. That's all. They won the match with 2 balls extra, and 4 balls are in hand and 2 runs extra. Likewise, you have to act promptly when you are in the dire situations, and never betray your friends or cheat your co-workers, your friends. Like the crocodile tried to cheat monkey. And one has to guard one's own foolishness. Isn't it foolishness, stupidness, the crocodile to tell the intention to monkey? And when such kind of a crisis is created by you only, then you will lose all the faith. And that faith you will never ever regain. These are some points which have to be learned with a story. Every one of us go through some or other difficulty, crisis, crunch at some point of the time. How to cross a calamity, ability to make the correct decision is very, very important. The stories do help a lot. The whole story emphasizes thoughtful action over impulsive behavior. With full of wisdom, crisis management, success, holding right relationships, and many more. All these are very much relevant to the present day for either business management or house management or even self-management. With the reference of jealousy, resentful Gangadatta, the frog, and hungry Priyadarshana, the snake. At the end of the first story is the beginning of the successive stories. This type of a loop structure involves the reader, listener, and arouses his and her curiosity of what is going to happen the next. Thus, the second story starts, and listening to that story of Priyadarshana and Gangadatta, Karalamukha says, I'm not like cruel like Priyadarshana. Let me not be blamed as ungrateful. Please come to my home. Hearing this, Ratamukha answers, that is the following story. I'm not foolish like Lambakarna, who neither had ears to hear and heart to think. Then the story of Lambakarna goes on, and so on, and so on. Each story starts with an instruction or a prescription. Likewise, there are about 13 to 14 stories in this Labdhapranasha. Each one leaves a message for the day-to-day life. One should never succumb to the pleadings of the other person. And that influence of the negative people not only ruin the family, money, even the life also. One should never become the slave to the woman here. He says woman in the sense, as we already told Crocodile's wife, she is the incarnation of negativity. Never one should become slave to negative feelings. And thus, the negative people are with a bad character, negative people in the sense of the people with a negative mind, bad character, they're faithless, ungrateful, greedy. Such kind of people should be cut. We should never entertain them into our life. And one should always listen to the advice of the wise man. Otherwise, the idea, the advice of the wise men should be always taken. Then if they take the advice of the wise men, definitely there is a win. And he gives an advice that one should conquer good person with humility. Uttamam pranipatena. One should always conquer good person, uttamam, a good person with humility, pranipatena, with humility. And vanquish the hero with the strategy. Shuram vedena yojayet. If a big hero is there, whom we cannot physically fight with him, intellectually also fight with him, then we have to apply the strategy to win over him. Nicham alpa pradhanena. Nicha alpa pradhanena. Bestowing small gifts to the insignificant persons. And samam shakta parakrame, and crushed equals with the power. These are all the these are the insights of the Labdhapranasha. And finally, he closes with what is the use of wealth, which though enjoyable is gained without any manly effort. Akrutva paurusham ya srihi kim tathapi subhogyaya. And he jumps onto the tree. Crocodile gets into the water to fight against his enemy. And just I will read some of the Subhashitas from Labdhapranasha. Na vishvaset avishvaste, vishvaste na ati vishvaset, vishvasat bhayamutpannam moolanyapi nikrutanti. This we have already read. Wise decision. Sarvanashe samutpanne tu artham tyajati panditaha arthena kurute karyam sarvanashe hi dustaraha. When we are losing everything, when there is a point comes, when sarvanashe, when everything is being lost, then we have to leave half to preserve the half. Because with that half we can rebuild again. And in the same way, na swalpasya krute bhurinashayet matiman naraha etadeva hi pandityam. This is only the scholarliness, wiseness, intelligence. That swalpat bhuri rakshanam. If with a small thing, try to protect the bigger things. And on helping others. Upadesha pradatrunam naranam hitamichatam. Parasmin nihaloke cha vyasanam na upatyate. Upadesha pradatrunam naranam. For the people who give proper advice, good advice, upadesha, proper, a good advice, hitamichatam. Thinking about the welfare, benefit of the person, whoever advises them properly, benefit of the persons whom you are giving the advice, not the benefit of myself, but the other person. For that person, parasmin ihaloke cha vyasanam na upapadyate. For that person, in the paraloka or even in this loka also, he will not have any kind of a vyasanam, any kind of a calamity. And also he says, Upakarishu yaha sadhuhu sadhutve tasya ko gunaha. Apakarishu yaha sadhuhu sasadhuhu sadbhiruchyate. Upakarishu yaha sadhuhu. Who is sadhu? Good to the upakarishu, the person who has helped us. Sadhutve tasya ko gunaha. What is a good thing in that? What is a sadhutva benefit in that? If you have taken a benefit from him and you, in return, you did something to him. What is the greatness in that? The greatness lies where? Apakarishu yaha sadhuhu, the person who is good even to the apakarishu, even to the bad person, even to the harmful person, that is only sadhutva. That is only the good thing. And he also said to take the revenge, never to give up. You have to take the revenge also. When and where, that depends on the discretion of the person. Apakrutyata apadi yena apakrutam yena cha hasitam dashasu vishamasu. Apadi yena apakrutam. When you are already in the calamities, if a person gives some more of a apadas, miseries to you, and hasitam dashasu vishamasu, when you are in a bad state, vishama avastha, in a bad, very low spirited state, hasitam, if a person loves, then these two people are worthy to be taken revenge. Apakritya tayorubhayoho punarapi jatam naram mani. The one should take revenge on these two kind of people. How? Kantakena eva kantakam. Like how the thorn is removed with a thorn itself. When a sharp thing has been removed by sharper thing, you have to uproot the enemies. And about the eating very healthy food. Yat shakyam grasitum yasya grastam parinamet cha hitam cha pariname yat tat adyam bhutimichata. People should eat such kind of a food. Yat shakyam grasitum, the food which we can able to eat. Like 70, 80 years old whose teeth have not gone, they're trying to eat a bone or something. Eat a hard thing. That shouldn't happen. We should eat the things which we can bite and eat. Yasya grastam parinamet cha. And whatever we eat, it should be digested properly. We should eat a right thing which we can eat, and it should be digested properly. Hitam cha pariname. Yeah. After digesting also, it should give hitam. It should be beneficial. It should give proper health to us. That kind of an atyam, that kind of a food should be taken by the people. Like this. And finally, silence is gold. Atmanah mukhadoshena badhyante shukasarikaha bakah tatra na badhyante maunam sarvartha sadakam. Atmanah mukhadoshena, because of their dosha, because of their problem of vocal, because they are vocal, shuka sarikaha, the cuckoo birds and parrots, these birds are being badhyante, they are caught because of atmanah mukhadoshena, because they have opened their mouth and tried to sing. Because of their singing only, they are being caught, the cuckoo birds and the parrots. But nobody catches the baka, a crane. Why? It always keeps its mouth shut. Baka tatra na badhyante. Baka, nobody catches, nobody tries to hold the baka, a crane, because maunam sarvartha sadhanam. Maunam, the silence is always better, always good. With this final sentence, I just stop myself. Thank you. Thank you for patient listening.